Let's speak now to Natasha Hussain, who joins us live from the streets of Istanbul. Natasha, good to see you. Tell us more about the restrictions that have been lifted today.
Well, I'm here in central Istanbul, Taksim, along Istiklal Caddesi, and it's just an overwhelming sense of relief with people that we've spoken to here. Today, July 1st, restrictions have been further relaxed across Turkey. This means there's no Sunday lockdown, and also daily curfews are gone. Restaurants can now seat people at full capacity instead of 50% capacity. So this is definitely a relief to business owners across the country. Now, intercity travel is, any restrictions on intercity travel have been lifted, and also outdoor weddings and indoor weddings as well. You will also see more people in the workplace, in the public sector, and also cinemas have reopened. Now, restrictions have been slowly eased across Turkey since June. In May, there was a 17-day lockdown. So since then, restrictions have been eased in phases. But of course, mandatory mask wearing is still in place in public places, and social distancing guidelines are still in place. And this is, of course, part and parcel of living during a pandemic.
Indeed. And just remind us, and of course to our international audience, what measures were put in place in the lead up to this easing of restrictions today on July the 1st.
Well, in the lead up to this, Turkey has actually ramped up significantly its vaccination campaign. At this point, Turkey is in the top 10 countries in the world in terms of vaccination rate. It's vaccinating more than 1 million people per day, and that is an insane number. And if you're wondering how this is possible, it's because they are not only, health officials are not only vaccinating people in public hospitals and clinics, but also in private hospitals, and also tents and booths have been set up in residential areas and in malls. So the goal is really to try and vaccinate as many people as possible. At this point, about 50 million out of the population of 80+ million have been vaccinated. That's more than 50% of the population. Also, at least 25% of the population have gotten their first dose of the vaccine. So on top of ramping up the vaccination drive, the number of daily cases have also fallen in tandem with that. So we're seeing about 5,000 new cases per day. That's a big drop. And this is all coming in time for the summer holiday season. So Turkey is gearing up to welcome more tourists. Some of the restrictions that were also lifted today was the mandatory 14-day quarantine for people coming from certain countries like South Africa, India, and Brazil. With the successful vaccination drive, groups like JP Morgan have also revised upwards its GDP forecast for Turkey for this year to 6.8% in comparison to 6.1% previously. So it's all sort of coming together and moving forward here in Turkey in terms of their normalization procedures for the pandemic.
Natasha Hussain, live for us there from the streets of Istanbul. Thank you very much indeed.